Okay, now this is the first zombie mystery painting. You know, this thing is very tastefully done without tact. This image of this wolf and this abstract woman is going to appear in a later picture, so try to remember it. I want to show it to you later. There's a story behind this other picture. So, you know, this stuff is, you know, how would I properly say vile? Is there like a nice word for vile? You know, this is no milk and cookies for gargantua. You know, the feeling you get when you're looking at this thing is about the feeling I intended you to have. You know, these paintings are painted on jute. Jute is the most cheapest canvas that was ever made. It was made for students. It's a burlap. Gauguin painted on jute, you know, but I'm not trying to hide under his success. You're supposed to have a life expectancy of about 40 years. It was really taken care of. So I figured if this thing becomes of any real value, then the investor can, you know, he can figure that out on his own to preserve that thing. There's more of them, see? It's just, what can I tell you? See? Now this belongs to the musician Flea and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay, now you see this vile thing here. This was in the Getty collection. Eileen Getty bought this years ago. And after a year, she was given $1 million in a year, and with her $1 million expenses, she bought a pair of boots and this painting, and that's all she had to show for a year. And she sold this painting and made a really good profit. I don't know how she did with the boots. Okay, what can I tell you? You know, it's just, maybe it's this tackiness that I have in my personality here. But, you know, I was driving my roadster down the street, and in my peripheral vision, I went by an adult bookstore, and this woman was painted on the wall. So I got a mental impression of this, and just from memory, kind of cleaned her up a little bit. You know, what can I tell you? You know, gee, what can I tell you? It's just, you know, would it make a tattoo? I don't know. You know? See, you know, just well. Okay. You know, I tell you, they do have a character to them, don't they? You know, through the 80s, the early 80s, I had a really big problem with feminists, and these paintings were just... I was getting in a lot of trouble with these paintings with feminists. But, you know, the feminists were getting knocked out of the way by guys who wanted to buy these things. And a lot of women bought these paintings. You know, one fella bought one of these paintings, and his girlfriend made him put a little curtain with a drawstring over it. Okay, here, this is an interesting one. You see in the bottom of the picture the same as the first picture I showed you, the zombie mystery painting, the abstract girl with the chrome head and the wolf. Okay, let me tell you a little story about this picture. Then you'll understand the cultural level that we're dealing with here. I sold this painting in the early 80s to a fella that was a movie producer in Hollywood that made B movies. And he was a well-known guy in Hollywood, very well-known. And he lived a nefarious life, had a lot of girlfriends and whatnot. And he lived in an apartment that was behind a storefront on Fairfax Avenue. And he related this story to me. He said he was coming home one night down the alley to his apartment, and he had a pistol on him. And the police saw him in the alley, and he pulled him over right in front of his apartment. So while the cops are talking to him, he some way averted their attention so he could run to his apartment and hide the pistol. So the cops come running in there after him, but they didn't see him throw the pistol under the couch. The cops grabbed him and jerked him outside the apartment, threw him up on the hood of the car, handcuffed him, had a long, long talk with him, and then about that time, 2 or 3 more squad cars came, and they went into his apartment. Now his girlfriend was already in the apartment, this cute blonde was in the apartment. And they had him out there in the car for about an hour. And then all the cops came out, and they come over and said, well, listen, we're going to cut you loose, but if we ever catch you doing anything like that, we're going to beat the hell out of you. So they drove off, and he went in there, and he said to his girlfriend, what in the hell were these cops doing for an hour? And he says, looking at that painting. When I was young, my parents told me when we were driving, don't put your hands outside the car. While driving near or driving far, keep your hands inside the car. Because there's a guy that looks like Peter Pan out there that'll cut your arms off. So I flushed this thing out in my mind here.